Hi guys, my name is Sophia, and today we're talking about how you can create epics in ClickUp. So, if you're coming from Jira, you're most likely familiar with epics. But for those of you who are new to this concept, epics are utilized to break down larger projects into smaller, more manageable pieces. And they can also be used to link related tasks or stories together. So, luckily for Jira users who switch to ClickUp, our goals feature actually offers a natural solution to organize your workflow into epics. So, today we're going to be talking about how you can use goals in ClickUp to set high level objectives that can be broken down into measurable targets or key results. So, let's actually jump up to our goals feature to get started. Keep in mind, you are going to need to be on one of our paid plans, the unlimited or the business plan, in order to have unlimited access to the goals feature. Free teams do get 100 uses of goals, so you can test the feature out fully before making a decision about upgrading. So let's actually practice setting up a goal so we can get a hang of using these for epics. I'm going to call my goal ClickUp 2.0 because this is going to represent my bigger overall objective that I'm later going to break into targets or smaller key results that I'm going to use to accomplish the goal. So when I'm setting up my goal, I can actually establish an owner to show who is responsible for the overall goal, and I can set up multiple owners if I choose. Next, I can decide who has access to this goal. So is this going to be a public goal, or am I going to make it private to only share it with specific people on my team? You can also add a date by which the goal should be completed by, so you can hold yourself accountable for getting this done in a timely manner. And then lastly, you can actually add a description to the goal to let your teammates know what this is all about. So you can add rich editing, checklists if you want. So there's lots of fun details to play around with in the description area. Now we're actually ready to open up our goal and start to add our targets. So these are specific measurable pieces that we need to accomplish in order to satisfy our overall goal. So one example is you could even create a target to measure a sprint if you prefer, if you're working with an agile team. So let's say we want to do a sprint for improving new features. I can add an owner for this individual target if I want to. And now we get to define exactly what type of target we're going to set up. So how do we want to measure our results? You can actually do a number target. So you can set up a unit. Let's say maybe you want to measure it by completing 2 new features. So you could always add your unit as features and set up a number target based on that. You could go with a true-false target so that the target will either be considered done or not done. You could set up a currency-based target. And then finally, the one that I recommend most often would be the task target type. So this is going to allow you to link specific tasks or ClickUp lists to your target. And as you'll see, as we actually begin to complete items in those lists or in those tasks, you're going to see your goal progress update in real time. So let's say for our sprint, for our new feature sprint, we actually want to link an entire ClickUp list. So I can actually just find the exact ClickUp list I'm looking for, and I can link that to my target. I can also add another target as an example to look at bug fixes. So I can set an owner if I choose to. And let's say I want to link some specific bug tasks that I'm working on. So maybe a client's reported a few different bugs for you to look at, and you can actually link those directly to your target. And then lastly, one target that I might work on is just general product improvements. So again, we'll set up an owner for the target if we'd want to. And now we can actually link to a task. So I've shown you that there are a few different ways to search for your tasks and lists. You can find it from the drop-down menus here. You can type in the name of the task or list you're looking for, or you can even search for the task ID and add it to the target that way. So now you'll see actually, as we start to address these different tasks, let's say I open up one of my bug fix tasks and I actually close that task so it's completed. Now you see that our goal progress is actually updated in real time. So those are just some beginning tips to help you get started with using goals for your epics. But if you have any other questions, feel free to reach out to us at help@clickup.com.